Hey, what's going on, everybody? We made it to Ben Wheeler, Texas, over here at 5H Designs Archery and Firearms, or Firearms Archery. And we're taking a look at the Athens 2019 line, and what we're holding here is the Summit. These bows are really sharp. One thing I want to point out is their Msrp, okay? It's a bow hunter's bow. They're $7.99 with a camo pattern and black limbs. If you wanted to match the camo pattern on your riser and limbs, they're $824.99. Alright, so one thing we want to look at is the axle-to-axle and stuff, because everybody loves the specs. You're looking at a 30-inch axle-to-axle bow with a 7-inch brace height, and it's shooting up to 340 feet per second IBO. It's in a solid limb configuration, has a very simple yet secure limb pocket, secures on both sides of the riser, and then locks it down right there. It's got a little bit of preload to it, so I'm expecting a lot of good speed and not a lot of vibration out of this bow. Comes with limb saver suppression already built into it. You got an adjustable cable rod, so you can play with your cam lean, bring it in and out, and it looks like you have some adjustable draw stops to play with your let off in your valley. So if you like something a little bit deeper, you can get off into that 85-90% spectrum. If you like a little shorter, you can go to that 80, maybe even a little bit less to shorten your valley up. One thing that is just awesome about this is coming with high quality strings out of the box, so you don't have to go off and spend another 150 to 200 bucks for a good set of strings. It's a gas strings and cables. These are in the black and silver. I would assume that's their stock color because everything behind me comes in that color. But we're going to get into this review. We're going to review the draw cycle and back wall. We're also going to do a speed test, okay? We're going to go from a 350 all the way up to a 578 grain arrow and see what kind of speeds we can get out of this. Looking at a 70-pound bow with 30-inch cams, so should be pretty close to IBO. And we're shooting it off of a Hamsky, so we're not losing any speed if you gain any speed by shooting the fall away. That's a very good draw cycle. It has a little bit of load in it, but it's not a hump. It stays consistent the whole way through. Let off is really nice on this bow. Let's check the valley out real quick. All right, yeah, you're gonna have to push it forward to get rid of this to let it down. 321 foot a second. I'm not sure if this bow's tuned or not.
Not at all.
So the owner just said this bow's been just taken right out of the box, eyeballed, knocking point, and center shot. So you could actually probably gain 4 to 6 feet per second by just tuning this bow the way it should be tuned. So even with a 350 grain arrow, there is no vibration in this bow. You literally barely feel it hit your draw stop, and that's it. Super good feeling bow. Alright, we're going to go up to a 418 grain arrow. It's a gold tip hunter. Super common arrow. A lot of people shoot them. Even Carbon Express arrows are going to finish out 418 to 425 grains. This grip feels really good. 300 foot a second with a 418 grain arrow. So you're getting really good speeds with one of the most common hunting arrows that you can buy on the market. You can pick these up at Walmart. Is how common the gold tip hunter arrow is. 277 foot a second with a 482 grain arrow. 275. So it didn't really lose nothing from the 480 to your 500 grain arrow. 265. It's really good speed for a big heavy arrow. 256 foot a second out of the 500 and almost 80 grain arrow. This bow is a bow hunter's bow. It's 30 inches axle-to-axle, will be the perfect maneuverable bow from a tree stand or ground blind. It's got a really good draw cycle. It's got a lot of let off and a really super deep valley. So if you do get into a situation where you have to hold it, you can really rest your elbow into your hip, or even put the cam on your knee or something, and really hold this bow a long time without fatiguing if you get into one of those binds. And if you bow hunt long enough, you're going to draw a little too early at least once. So you don't have to worry about getting fatigued and holding it long. Aims really well. Granted, we're only just a few feet from the target. I don't have sights on it, but it points pretty good. I never shot out of that white dot, and it just points really good. And a lot of that has to do with this grip. It's got a real narrow throat, so you're able to get that meat part of your hand in there and just repeat it every time. And then it has a little swell engraved right here. When we look at it a little bit closer, you'll be able to see it, and your thumb and everything just fits in there real good. And even if you wanted to wrap your hand around it, it's cut out to fit the meat of your hand. Just a good offering. And again, these bows come in with a price tag of $7.99 when the competitor's coming in at $10.50 now for just a basic flagship bow. So it's a good offering from Athens. It's the badges on it, they're super attractive. Nothing's just gaudy on it, and I mean it's a good looking bow. They got a little American flag and their Athens Archery logo, which is always good because they are made in America. Athens Summit. Alright, so I'm trying to finish up these 2019 Athens bow reviews. And there's a couple things that I left out, and I want to make sure I clear it up before we end these videos. The first thing is that these bows are draw-specific cams, not a rotating mod or a modular-based system. So if you're a 29-inch draw, you need a 29-inch cam. Now, my bow's set at 31.5-inch cams. My draw board shows 31.5 inches. So mine runs true to what it's supposed to be. But if you don't feel it's the right fit, you need a half-inch shorter, half-inch longer, the first swap is free. So you go to your dealer and say, hey look, I need a 28.5-inch cam or a 29.5-inch cam. Free. Done. The second thing is that this has a transferable lifetime warranty. If you buy a used bow online, or you bought mine or whatever, it's not for sale, but if you did, the warranty will also cover any defect that it has under your ownership. And I think that's really, really cool that bow companies can get behind their product and back it that much. That no matter what happens, no matter how many owners this thing has had, that we're going to warranty that bow to its fullest. Hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss these 2019 bow reviews or the 2020s that we're lining up right now. We're going to shoot them with a 362 grain arrow all the way up to a 578 grain arrow. So, subscribe to our channel. In doing so, in subscribing to our channel, you're automatically put into a giveaway that we're doing. It's for a thermal hog hunt. You'll be able to come down here with Philip, me, Kevin, and Will and hunt hogs with us. So, subscribe. And you also get to bring a friend. So subscribe. It'll be worth it.